Deep within the emerald embrace of an ancient forest, where sunlight dripped through the canopy in golden showers and the air hummed with the music of 1,000 forgotten creatures, there lived a hermit. He wasn't always a hermit, though. Once he was just a man named Elros, a man who loved the forest and all its secrets. But the forest had secrets of its own, and it yearned to share them. So it started to call to him, to beckon him deeper into its heart. At first, it was just a whisper, a gentle tug on his heartstrings that urged him to explore the wild places that lay beyond the familiar village. And Elros, ever the adventurer, couldn't resist. He packed his things, bid farewell to the only life he'd ever known, and ventured into the woods. It wasn't long before the village fell silent behind him, replaced by the rustling whispers of leaves and the babbling of brooks. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and still he walked. Deeper and deeper he went, drawn by the forest's siren song until one day he stumbled upon a clearing. In the center stood a colossal tree, its branches gnarled and ancient, reaching towards the sky like the arms of a long-dead giant. And as Elros approached, the tree seemed to stir, its leaves rustling as if in greeting. As he touched its rough bark, a jolt of energy surged through him, and the forest around him came alive with an otherworldly light. Before him stood not just a tree, but the embodiment of the forest itself, a dryad, a spirit of nature, ancient and wise. She told him of the forgotten creatures that made their homes in the forest, of the sacred groves where magic still thrived, and of the ancient battles between good and evil that had taken place in the forest's heart. Elros listened, his heart swelling with wonder and his mind expanding with knowledge. But as the forest revealed its secrets to him, a part of him, the part that had once been Elros the man, began to fade. In his place, something new was born, something ancient and powerful, a protector of the forest and its creatures, a being of pure magic and light. When the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the forest floor, the dryad knew it was time for Elros, or what remained of him, to return to the world of men. She had shared her wisdom freely, but in return, she asked for his protection. For the world outside the forest was growing darker and the creatures of her realm were in danger. And so, with a heavy heart, Elros stepped out of the forest, leaving the dryad and the whispering trees behind. He emerged from the woods on the outskirts of a village, his eyes filled with the wisdom of the ages. Though he could have stayed in the forest forever, he chose to return, not as Elros the adventurer, but as Elros the wise, forever changed by the call of the ancestral forest.